what's coming, so be warned. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. All my feet have come too far for you to tie up to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Turn my sights on where I'm going now. You turn it back around. Can't stop me.
But Apex is pulling him in quickly. Oh, it's bloody close. Oh, is that a dead heat? I think we've got a dead heat.
It's going to work out the wheelie again.
Yes. Oh, that comment is far.
Look at how many cars are trying to go through here. They're 3 wide coming through. Squiddy's got fed out into the wall. They're 2 wide coming up through the cutting.
Oh, he's making a move on Viking Racer now into the dipper and does it. He's caught around the outside into the dipper. What a move.
Oh, he runs a little bit wide. He's on the grass.
Keep it clean. Come on, Oil, bring it home.
Showman's got the run.
Stand finish. Who's going to get it? Showman's got it. Oh, he's just taken out the win on the
Left side down the hill. Captain's got his nose in front just barely. Oh, he has full trust in him. They're still side by side. Captain takes the position around the outside down the hill.
Around the outside.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have 3 wide. Adam's going wide. Adam's going deep on the brakes under Rexy. Gets the pass done. Goes Adam from
Fourth to first.
What a move.
Howdy punters and welcome. Here we are, round 9 of season 13, the first Super Enduro of this season at the, well, let's call it the Gran Turismo world famous Trial Mountain. Helping us in comms tonight, we have Adam V10. Adam, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, Dudgy. Happy to be here again. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can, what times they can set. After the update from PD, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Good stuff, and also giving us a helping hand tonight, although probably a little reluctantly because he's missing out on the V8 supercars, is Broken Spoke. G'day, buddy, how's things?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself? Yeah, happy to be here, mate. Like you say, supercars are rolling around, but it's just exciting to see how these guys can nut a time out here with this new update.
Yeah, absolutely. And to tell you the truth, these cars are probably as slippery as the supercars at the moment after that update we had during the week.
100%, mate. They're moving around doing things that they should be doing.
Adam, what are you expecting out of this tonight?
Yeah, so we've got a mixture of different drivers from different divisions in this lobby. So we've got the likes of PLE Goat, our Division 1 champion, looking for him to set a time in the 49s, 48s. And then, yeah, I'm thinking maybe the 150, 151s for most of the people in here.
Which is a bit slower than the ones during the week after the update, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think the update's probably added about 1 to 1.5 seconds on top of the time that they would have set before the update. So, yeah, luck of the draw, I managed to get my update in, my quali in before the update. So, I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest.
Yeah, you and a few others, I think, Spoke, you were in that category of jumping in last minute to get in there as well.
Yeah, mate, I got in on Wednesday before the update, so I'm on provisional front row at the moment, looking pretty good.
Awesome. Well, we will get this thing kicked off. Unfortunately, I think we just lost Scooter. He was not able to get into the room, so I'm not sure. I'll just check messages here to see what I can see. I don't think he's coming back. I think he's chosen to just leave it as is by the look of it. So we'll get this thing going. I'll get Qualy kicked and started. We are underway with the timer. Who are you looking to get the fastest time tonight? There's two I've got my eye on.
Yeah, our Div 1 guys, as I said earlier, Pearly Goat, driving for CP Motorsports, and Seckers 888, driving for Scuderia Quadrifoglio, sponsored by Easy Clean. He's a very quick driver, so hopefully he can give Goat a run for his money here, and keep him pushing in, and hopefully he can get the fastest time here tonight.
Yep. Who you got your eye on, Spoke? Is there anyone from Div 3 in here that you're keeping a close eye on?
Yeah, got to keep a close eye on my teammate Baker Boy, and I think he won't be that far off the pace, to be honest, because he's one of these VR lads that he's a jet with it, mate. So I won't be too surprised if I don't think he'll pip Goat and Seckers, but I think he'll be right up there.
Nice, and he's in that awesome-looking McLaren too. I think Gimp's done an awesome job of that livery on that thing. It still looks great.
Yeah, Baker Boy driving for TDR Racing, sponsored by One Only Embroidery. But yeah, Baker's been absolutely rapid since he's gotten the VR. He's really taken to it and really, just loving life in the VR world.
Got here. We might just run through from first on tonight in the Scuderia Quadrifoglio Jag, sponsored by Easy Clean, is Seckers 888. Seckers has been a powerhouse this season. I think last I checked, he was about top 3 in Div 1. Is that correct? Possibly top 2?
I believe you're right. Yeah, the top 3. Yeah, definitely powerhouse this season in Div 1. Pain in my backside, but it's great racing with him and all the guys in Div 1. But yeah, behind Seckers we've got Hammy to the Bone, driving the Corvette. He is a privateer this season, but still a great looking car. And then just behind him, we've got Pearly Goat driving for CP Motorsports in the Porsche. You want to take it away, Broken Spec?
Yeah, following him, you got MCDC's CP Motorsports in the Porsche, and then behind him you got another privateer in Isabudzi 76. He's cruising around in what looks to be his own monster version of the Supra.
Oh, as he gets a hit from Expat Champ just down there in 6 in the WRX. And just behind Expat, we've got Baker Boy, as we said before, driving for TDR, sponsored by 180 Embroidery.
Then behind him again, we've got the Easy Clean Jag of Dobo 84 or Dunedin, followed again by the Real Baggins. He's another CP Motorsports, a bit of a CP Motorsports affair tonight, in the Porsche.
Yeah, the 3 of them. And down there in 10th, we've got Frosty Top driving for Scuderia Quadrifoglio, sponsored by Easy Clean. And rounding out the field tonight, we've got Con 008 driving for 13R Autosports in that Suzuki.
I did hear rumour during the week, lads, that the Suzuki did cop. I mean, every car copped a bop, but the Suzuki is not quite as fast in a straight line anymore, I did hear. And I have heard rumour that the Porsche doesn't seem to be that affected at all. Do you guys know anything about that?
Not too sure on the Suzuki, but we had some practice races earlier in the day with Goat, and he was absolutely flying. So,
well, here we go. With Seckers crossing the line, we'll find out. Here we go to start off with. How we go? Whoa, 54. That's a pretty good start for green tyres.
Oh, and Goat takes provisional pole, I guess, for this session with a 149.8 straight into the 49s. And his teammate, MCDC, only 5 thousandths of a second quicker than third. So the two Porsches at the top.
He's also put it in, he's binned it at the first turn in too, MCDC.
Yeah, so we do have fuel and tyre wear on, so as the fuel tank drains, we'll see those times come down.
Yeah, so what do you
That's
reckon?
pretty much.
Sorry,
That's
Spoke,
what
go
they'll
for
be
it.
doing at the moment. They'll be just in massive fuel dump mode at the moment. They'll just be cruising around, trying to get a banker lap in, but I think it's going to be a matter of getting rid of at least 3/4 of your tank before they start doing 1-lap dashes.
Yeah, well, I do have just coming up on screen, hopefully, if it works right here, the qualifying time so far. So to get in to for Div 1, which is Goat and Seckers, we're at 1:47.7 is the top time so far. So Goat with his 49, he's 2 seconds off, but that is with a full tank of fuel. Now, I don't think getting down on your fuel is going to really take off 2 seconds, but I think he's going to get within a second of it, that's for sure.
Well, I'd say you're probably going to see him in the mid-48s, I reckon.
Yeah, Goat, he's a special driver. Even after this update, he could pull something out of the hat. So it's definitely one to watch for the Div 1 guys to see where he comes out. And there you go, 49.1. He's almost in the 48s already.
Wow.
Okay, that 47 might not be safe.
So we go down. Baker's made it up to 4th, so that's pretty much where we were expecting to see him in at the moment. What's he got a time down there? He's hit a 150.4, so I think he can shave at least another half off that. I reckon he'll make it into the 49s if he's lucky.
See what he's looking at his front tyres. He's giving them a workout. That left right-hand side tyre.
Luckily,
yeah, he's not waiting around. He's pushing hard, but that 150.4 will put him in 5th position so far for his division.
I'll just bring that up again, see where we are in Div 3, if I can bring that up and make it work. Here we are. So we've got Brutal on top of the pops there with a 1:48.6 and Broken Spoke with a 1:48.8. So yeah, he has to get into basically the low 49s to make it onto the podium.
If he can beat that time of Boz's there, 149.3, that'll be a TDR 123. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Wouldn't we all love to see that?
Yeah, I tell you what, I think he's going to be struggling to get a 49.3. But he has got VR.
True. As Macca comes into the pits, he takes in a 1.5 second penalty with him, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect him on his out lap and next lap for the fresh tyres or not.
Yeah, if I was him, I would have burnt that penalty on this lap and then burn as much fuel as possible, come in for a new set of tyres at the end of that lap.
So we've got Seckers and Goat.
He might get away with it coming out of it. Because I did have a penalty coming into the pits the other night and it did burn it on the way out.
Let's go back and have a look at it.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, it's gone. Look at that.
He's just got a 3-second one, I'd say, because he would. Oh no, he got away with that. That was lucky.
So there must be a new feature in the update, burning the penalty after the pits. Interesting.
It looked like it stalled there to burn it. Is that what happened, do you think, or did he just lift off?
No, I think it did. The game did stall him to burn that penalty. So, yeah, interesting.
Wow.
I thought he was going to get a 3-second penalty for crossing the line coming out.
Well, we might jump on with Seckers down there in 3rd Dodge. He's on a flying lap. He's got some fresh tyres, so I expect him to beat that 150.4.
He's on his out lap at the moment. Could he be coming up to that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he is on his outlap. Sorry about that. Yeah, correct.
That's okay.
That's okay. If you want to jump in with him, Adam, we're on with him now. If you want to talk us through his lap.
Oh, it gets a little bit slow. He's coming out of the last corner, which is going to compromise his speed down this front straight here. But the Jag is a beast of a car, so as he crosses the start-finish line here, he's going to go through this section, just lift off the throttle, turn in, jump these corners, making sure not to get any penalties. Very easy to do so. Coming into the first tunnel, down to third, down to second in the Jag. On the gas, very easy to lose traction over that little hump. Turning in to the right here, clipping the apex, nicely on the power. Just get off the accelerator here. I've noticed in the update, very easy to get sideways on that corner there, so he's done well. Nice and tight on this left-hander, down into the back straight, the big tunnel. And he's got someone on tow with him. Who is that behind him?
Baker, but Baker's just hit the wall, so that won't help him any.
Oh, there you go. So Seca's coming down to this hard braking zone here. Should see a lot of passes made into that heavy braking zone. Nicely on the power, through this little right, left-hander, over the crest, off the accelerator, taking a lot of curb on this right-hander. Oh, just a little bit understeer there. Oh, he's pulled out. He must have thought he wasn't having a good run, so he's pulled out of that lap. Just let go through.
Goat's on a screamer here, I reckon.
Yeah, he's on for a good lap. Coming out of the last corner, on the power nice and early, very planted in the Porsche.
Here's your 48.
Oh, 48.8 call it. But God, that's not a bad lap from Goat there.
How's his tyre wear looking out of interest?
Not too bad. I mean, he did pick up those fresh tyres. He's done only 2 laps on them, or that was his 3rd lap. And they're pretty good, to be honest. I think the Porsche, this tyre wear is probably the best out of the whole field of cars, so...
Out of interest, does anyone know who has the Porsche next season, or for the rest of the season, being that we swap after this race? Has it been picked up, or is it a privateer car?
I can't remember.
Actually not sure. But interestingly here, we've got Seca's getting the toe off Goat down the back straight. Is Goat going to pull out? He does. These guys are working together, even though they're on different teams. Interesting.
Did Goat pull out for that reason, or did he pull out so Seca's couldn't get the toe?
No, he pulled out towards the end of the straight, so...
I seen the start of this lap for Seca's, and it was a pretty poor entrance into the first tunnel, so this might not really do much for him.
Oh, and he gets on the grass, and he's coming in for new tyres.
Yeah. How are we looking down in 5th? We've got the real Baggins, another of the CP Motorsport boys in the Porsche. Baggins, I think, is back in Div 4, is that correct, Emma?
Baggins is E-League.
E-League, there you go, even further back. New to the league, being E-League.
But still a very fast driver for E-League, so he'll be one of those guys that might get shaken up in that mid-season draft.
Yeah, he set a personal best of a 151 flat. We'll see what he can do as he crosses the line. Oh, betters it by half a tenth, almost half a tenth, so...
He's in his 2nd place on that as well. That's not bad steering for... He's got some pretty quality guys below him.
Yep. The power of the Porsche. Watch out for it in this race, fellas.
Seems really balanced. It doesn't look like they're having a lot of trouble getting it around.
speaking of trouble, why don't we have a look at how Con's going back there in the 13R Autosport Suzuki, which was an absolute ball tear of a beast of a car for most of the season. While it was, proved a little temperamental now and then to handle, definitely had the guts to get it around most of the tracks very quickly. He's up on his time now, but it has copped a bit of a loss from the nerf, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Be interesting to see what he pulls down here at the end of the straight. Well,
Yeah, so it's hit 260, 270, 272 at the braking zone.
still quicker than the Macca.
That's not hard.
Nah, straight line speed is not our strong point.
Oh, he's a little bit wide at that right-hander. He was ever so slightly up on his time, but I think that right-hander there might have cost him that advantage. We'll see what he can do as he's coming through probably one of the trickiest parts of the track, I reckon. Goes a little bit deep there.
Bit narrow and turn in there.
It's going to come across the line with a 150.19, so almost 3/10 off his time.
Looking back up the second place, MCDC's taken over that little, by marginal gap over the real Baggins, put in a 50.30. Sorry, 50.037.
Yeah, the dominant support of the Porsche is showing at the moment with the top three in the Porsche, all driving for CP Motorsports.
It's going to be interesting. Obviously, we had the update come down and give all the cars a little bit of a tune-up through the Thursday, but it'll be interesting to see, regardless of how these qualifying times lay down, what the characteristics of the car, each individual car, how they race over a 46 lap period. Tyre wear, fuel load, and that sort of thing. Because we're not going to get a lot of chance to practice it before we go straight into race mode.
No, so I think that's what's going to make the race really interesting. So if you're thinking about tuning in, definitely jump in and watch our stream at 5:30 and 7:30 tomorrow night. It's going to be a really interesting race.
Yes, definitely with the physics and tyre update that they've given it. I know I had a go in the old AMG, which we're in for next season, the next half of the season, and it did feel a lot more skittish, a lot more susceptible to slide around a few of the corners that it used to just dig into. So I think they've made these things a lot like the supercars have done at the moment. You see them sliding all over the track. I think we're going to see a lot more of that in wheel-to-wheel over the coming weeks as well.
Who knows, PD might have tuned in to see if they can do a bit of a Gen 3 update.
I've got to say, even though I am slower than pre-update, before the update, I do really like the physics of the game now. I think it's great, actually. Just the feel in the car, you can't just plan it out of corners now. You have to be quite easy on the throttle and pick that moment when you can go flat. But if we jump on with Seckers only in 5th, he is 6/10 up on his personal best at the moment. Ooh, he just brushes the wall there on exit. Shouldn't hamper him too much.
He's just not feeling it tonight by the look of it, old Seckers.
I don't know, mate. If he gets his turn in right here, this is going to be a pretty hot lap also. And get to where you got.
Gets out of there quite nice. I think he'll hop into the 49s here.
Absolutely.
There we go, 49.6. And Pelly.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just going to say, Pelly Goats are better this time, not by much, but it's a 48 low 7, so 725.
Yeah, and Seckers will be taking that bit between his teeth. He won't be happy seeing that Goat's almost a second ahead of him. He knows what that means for the race coming, so he's going to be trying to get every little angle he can out of this car and see what the best way to throw it around this track is.
He, by the looks of his totem, he set that as his quickest time on probably, what, the 4th lap on this set of tyres. He's on a low fuel payload, but that seems odd that he can set the fastest time. Oh well, who knows? Interesting. I think he'll come in this lap for a new set of tyres.
Can anyone see how long we've got left in the session? I can't see it.
9.5 minutes left.
Okay, so he's still got plenty of time to come in for a fresh set and do a couple of flyers.
He's got a quarter of a tank now. This is Seckers, obviously. I think you just keep coming in now and punching out laps. I know from the McLaren in our session, it was previous to the update, but it got worse the lower the fuel got. So it felt its best on about lap 2 or 3 after you put a bit of fuel in, about half a tank. But I'm sure this Jag is a machine. He'll know his sweet spot for laying down his best lap time.
Oh, there he is. He's just abetted it again. No, he hasn't. That was the one under him, sorry.
Goat's better this time.
Oh, really? Just on with Hammy now in the wonderful Pertec livery he's got there, the old Stone Brothers Racing. He's in the vet as well, same as you, Adam, as a privateer. I don't think Hammy's that happy with the update and how the vet's reacting, but yeah, we'll wait and see how he does with his times.
Yeah, beautiful livery, as you said there. The V8 Supercar Masterpiece, driven by Marcus Ambrose. It was my favourite driver back in the day. And there's talk of him coming back to the V8s, which would be nice.
Again?
No, there's no talk of him coming back, but he's going to do the 6-hour at Bathurst.
Is he? I've heard that he might come back to the V8s.
No, he's too old for that.
Is he? Oh, there you go.
Wheel to wheel exclusive.
Yep.
No, I definitely know he's teaming up with the Mediki brothers to do the 6-hour in the Ford Mustang that they built up to do it last year, but had technical issues. So be good to see the mate. That's the one thing that he hasn't won is Bathurst.
So the battle of the E-League, we've got Budsy down there in 6th at the moment. He set a 151 flat. He's racing the Real Baggins, who's also done he's done a 150 flat. So a little bit of disparity there between the cars. As Goat betters his time ever so slightly again.
Would it be safe to say that he's getting to the limit, Adam?
Yeah, I think he is. His last 3 laps, 148.7, 148.6 and a 148.6. So he's pushing hard and he's down in his time at the moment, so but he might have time to come in for, as he drifts around that corner. But yeah, he might have time to come in and get some fresh tyres and maybe do one more flyer. But at the moment, that'll put Goat in 5th.
There you go, exactly what I was going to say. Just above Disadro.
And Hammy's did a personal best, 151.8. Oh, Hammy gets sideways in the first few corners, ends around.
Let me see if I can... Oh, look at this, replay action. Here comes Hammy. Oh, lovely. We get to know the replay is working as he just plants it and loops it Thanks for that, Hammy. Without you doing that, I wouldn't have learnt that the replays are working. Gentleman and a scholar.
Look out, wheel to wheel. No one is safe. Replays have got you covered
Now I've just
now.
got to get the replay to finish. Okay, who are we in with now? Look at Seckers. Seckers coming off. He's on an outlap. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, he's on the outlap. Oh, very slow, is it?
He's on. That's weird.
He's done what I've done in my qualifying session. He got new tyres but forgot to put fuel in.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he'll come in for new tyres in the splash and dash, and off he'll go. Hoping to get another lap in.
I think everyone's squeezing in. We've got less than 5 minutes left.
Just looking at Baker Boy, he's just pulled over a little bit and tried to give himself some space. I'm sure he's looked at the time remaining and realised I've got enough fuel and tyres to probably punch out 2 more flying laps here. So if he's going to get it done, he's probably going to need to get it done in the next 2 laps, I'd say.
Yeah, should we go for a ride on with Baker Boy?
Surely.
He's going to come across the line soon to start a flying lap. There is a couple of cars up there in front though. He might want to slow down a little bit, otherwise he might catch them and might ruin his flying lap here. Alright, Spike, you want to take us through the McLaren as you're driving the car this season?
The sexiest car on the grid. He's over the grid line now. Depending on how he drives, I drive automatic, but I'd lift off here and just ease it through. He's probably a little bit wide, but he's got it in there nice, tuck it in tight. I look to brake here just before. He brakes a lot later than me, but that's not unusual being I'm in auto. He'll come around here. That signpost is usually a good turning point. Get on the gas nice and early, but not too early. Probably roll through here in 3rd. No, he's made a lie of me. 2nd. A little bit of a dab of the brakes under the bridge. I don't know if Dunedin's going to help him or hurt him here. Probably help him. Now it's just take a ride down this back straight, which we don't have a lot of legs, so come back, Mr. Dobo. But
Yeah.
I use this signpost here, usually about a braking point, and he does what I do. He goes in nice and tight, where I've been watching the boys save their tyres a bit by taking a wider apex or later apex. Get in here nice and tight. You've got to brake in a straight line. Being an MR car, you don't want to be turning while you're braking. That's definitely going to hurt him now. But if he gets through here nice, that's not good.
Oh, these guys going racing during quali. It's not good for any of them.
No, that's not going to. Yeah, that's going to. You're going to pull right out. Which is good, because I don't think I'm very good at talking through laps. But
No, man, that was fun.
What's our countdown timing now, Dodge?
Good question. Minute and a half-ish.
Well, he's not going to get it done. That's where Mr. Baker Boy is going to finish up.
He will have his extra 30 seconds, so that may just be enough.
It's a better entry.
Looked like a little puff of dirt there. He might have run a tyre just off onto it over that curb.
So, with that in mind, how are we looking through the field? Baggins has still got the wood on him at 0.3 of a second, but Baggins is only sort of 0.02 behind MCDC. Seckers is got 0.3 on MCDC, but Seckers is still chasing down at nearly a second to go.
Yeah, I think Sekes is going to park it. I don't think he's got the fuel for another lap all the time. So I think he might just be cruising around at the moment.
So is there anyone in the back of this field that's going to make it an interesting run at the last? We got here.
We got Baker Boy in 5th, about to come across the line. He's coming through the last 2 corners now. See if he can improve.
Might go close.
Come on, Baker. Oh, just off.
And that looks like they're all just about done, I'd say. There were no improvements really in that last couple of laps. I think everyone had pushed it to as much as it was worth in the middle of that session. So other than
Goat's still on a lap, I believe. I don't know if he's going to make it past the line, but for the timer, no, he's not.
There we go. It's just run out. So
and there we go. We've got PLE Goat with a 148.6 taking the top position in this qualifying session. Then followed by Sekes, 149.6 for him, so about a second off, which is a bit worrying for us in Div 1.
just a tad.
Yeah. Then we've got MCDC in 4th, 150.0. The Real Baggins, 150.0 again. And Baker Boy, 150.3. Budsy with a 151.0. Who else we got? We've got Con, 151.2. Hammy with a 151.8. Expat Champ with a 152.0. Dunedin with a 152.8. And Frosty Top with a 153.1.
There you go. We'll get these guys kicked off on their little one lapper, those who want to do it. So we've...
So is there any more sessions to come now, Dotted, or is that it?
We are done. Absolutely done and dusted. None tonight. So this will be good here to see on cold tyres nonetheless, but how Sekes is handling next to Goat if they both attack this race.
Yeah, we'll see if Sekes can get that great launch that the Jag has shown previous to the update. We'll see if it's still there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's still there.
Oh, no, they're going to play around with it.
I don't know, that looked a little bit like Will Brown and SVG yesterday.
Although he seems to have a good lead on Goat there. He's copped a penalty for something. But yeah, in that first corner, Goat just had so much grip compared to Sekes. The stability and grip is just there for the Porsche.
Yeah, whoever's got the Porsche for next season, they'll be cheering at the moment.
Wow, the way Goat could hang on to the outside of Sekes there around those 2 corners and just lay in wait for that inside. That Porsche is scary.
I'm on board with Con in 6th place, and in the past that Suzuki would have eaten nearly the whole 4 of these cars up, and it's not doing so much catching. Although in saying that, he closed up pretty hard there.
Sekes is back in front now. I did miss whether it was a legit overtake or a bit of elbow room there. Knowing these guys in this sort of lap dash, it was a bit of elbow room.
There's a fair bit of Morse going up there at the front.
Oh, the guys are blowing off some steam here as they were concentrating so hard for that 30 minutes. But yeah, tomorrow we've got the big one, which is 46 laps around here. So make sure you tune in again at 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. We're going to have some really interesting racing happening and great entertainment for your Sunday evening.
Absolutely.
Multiple strategies. There's endless strategies I think that could come into play with this update.
Yeah, definitely. It was. There was a lot of thoughts before the update, but all of them, every single one of them, got blown out of the water with that tyre wear and physics update. Now, I don't think anyone yet is actually set on a strategy for it. I think it's going to be last minute for a lot of these guys because there's that many they can choose from. So it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, well, my plan went out the window. It was sort of the only plan, but I think there's about 5 or 6 on the burner at the moment. I'm not sure which one's the best.
You better go burn that midnight oil. Okay, gentlemen, on that note, Spoke, thank you for turning up for this evening and
No worries, mate.
giving us a hand in comms. And
Not a problem.
Adam, to you too, last minute, jumping in there. Thank you very much for your help.
Yeah, no problem, Dodge. Happy to be here and, looking forward to tomorrow.
Sweet as. Good luck to you both tomorrow night. And for the rest of you punters out there, we will see you on stream. Adam, tell me, what time is Div 1 tomorrow? Is that the 5:30 race?
It is the 5:30 race, so join in 5:30 tomorrow on YouTube. It's going to be a banger.
See you there. Bye.